How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Nicky D here, and welcome back to the channel. So, it is now 2026. Man, what a year. 2025 was quite something. I'm grateful for a lot that has happened in 2025. Don't get me wrong. The year could have been better, but for what it's worth, it was a decent year at the very least. I kind of want to talk about this channel for a little bit. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to structure this. I'm kind of just talking out the side of my neck here. I do know what I want to say. I just need to figure out like how I'm going to structure this. I guess for starters, this is going to be kind of sort of an update video slash what to expect going forward. When I first started this YouTube channel, I was going to have the sole intention of just making music, you know, just doing rap songs or song covers with singing or whatever. And I very much do plan to keep that idea in the forefront. But as I started fooling around with YouTube in general, or just other avenues of creation, and talking to other content creators, I liked doing a lot of stuff. I like doing like some silly memes, art videos, discussion videos. I love doing reaction videos too, and let's plays were kind of fun to do, even though I've done just one let's play series, and I'm going to be touching upon that in a little bit. I had a lot of fun doing them, and it's great. And I like being just an overall general content creator. I like entertaining to the masses in a sense. And also, I just also enjoy like doing my convention vlogs too. Whenever I go to these brony conventions, I love recording everything and having a little time capsule of this moment in time where it's just like, hey, look at us doing this thing or that thing or whatever. You know, it's fun. And I have no intention on stopping that anytime soon. Don't get me wrong. I am going to be con vlogging until the day I die. Looking back on 2025, I really didn't have a lot to show in terms of content, at least here on the YouTube platform. Sure, I did my convention vlogs. I did some discussion videos, 3 of them where I just talked about how BabsCon was just declining at a astronomical rate, and like just 2 yapping videos that with some art being shown of talking about the Switch 2, or just talking about art in general, how the AI bubble just needs to pop. And one other video that I made earlier that year being a voice acting practice video. And that was really about it. I didn't really have too much to show. Like, outside of my convention vlogs, I only did like 3 or 4 other videos. There would have been more convention vlogs, so I think I'll start there. So I went to 3 conventions in 2025. I went to Everfree Northwest, I went to Sequestria Fest, and I also went to Ciderfest. Now, as of right now, Everfree Northwest, everything is on full display there, and Ciderfest is all done too. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, so where's your Sequestria Fest vlog? Thing is, there's 2 reasons why I did not do there's not a Sequestria Fest vlog uploaded. Reason A, it's a tale as old as time. Middle of the con, I run out of phone storage. Day 2 of the con, in the middle of, I think it was Blue Intellect set, if memory serves me right, phone just runs out of storage. It's just like, dang it. Can I just have one moment where my phone does not run out of storage? I really should consider getting a new phone that has more storage, or just like bite the bullet and get a camera, so that way I can just slide SD cards in there as to my will. But then there's the second reason, and a friend of mine, Hibiscus Stitch, did a more full video about this topic, so I'll leave a link down below for where you can watch it. But long story short, before, during, and after Sequestria Fest, that con was on some BS. Let me tell you. In hearing like what was going on behind the scenes of Sequestria Fest, it left a sour taste in my mouth, and I didn't want to give them a spotlight. So I ended up not uploading any Sequestria Fest content, and it's a shame because it was a great convention. You know, I really did enjoy myself. Like, it being a smaller convention by design, and me like really bonding with a lot of like other people. I bonded very much with Thrak or Nova Core, formerly Drummer Shy, Fritz, who I have not seen since BronyCon 2019. With this being such a more smaller convention, everything felt more tightly knit, and I felt like I was able to bond with people a bit better, you know. And with the location being on the beach in Ocean City, Maryland, it's like it's a no-brainer. And hearing how so much stuff behind the scenes from higher management of Sequestria Fest, it's just like, what the heck? It's insane. Again, Hibiscus Stitch did a full deep dive into what was going on with Sequestria Fest. I highly encourage you to watch that, so that way you can see for yourself what's the deal. So yeah, Sequestria Fest vlog, no. And again, it's a shame. Like I said, I felt like I really bonded with a lot of people during that con. It felt like a lot more closely knit. Heck, on the last day of the convention, we were like, I was just with a group of people that a lot of people in that group that I knew, and a lot of people I didn't know, and we were all just chatting, and we all just got the idea. It's like, hey, let's go get some ice cream together, and like it was also somebody's birthday. It was just like, heck yeah, why not? We're gonna get ice cream. So it was all kind of cool that we all impromptu just got ice cream together. It was cool. So yeah. That's kind of the reason why the Sequestria Fest vlog is not going to be aired. But yeah, in terms of like other content, I'm not really sure why I didn't continue doing what I usually do, or rather like what I did back in 2024. Like I was doing a lot of stuff in 2024. I was still doing reaction videos. I was still doing music. I was doing a lot of things. So why did things stagnate in 2025? I'm not 100% sure why, if I'm being honest with myself. Maybe I just got lazy, or maybe I just like... Well, actually, I think I do kind of know the reason why. If you follow me on Blue Sky, you could see I've been a lot more proactive with drawing. I have been a lot more focused on my artwork. I've said this back at Everfree Northwest during my art panel, but I'll just reiterate what I said here. November of 2024 was rough. Not to get too deep into it, but like I think we've all experienced what November 2024 offered to us, and it rocked our world, to say the least. And I was scared. If I'm going to be honest, I'm still scared, man. I don't look it, but I'm terrified. And with so much stuff just spiraling out of control, it being out of, again, my control, I was scared, and I just didn't know what to do. And with me picking up a pencil and just starting to just draw almost on a regular basis, it was therapeutic. It was something that I knew I had some control over, you know? In the world where so much stuff is happening that I can't do anything about, or have little to do for it. Picking up a pencil and just drawing something it's something that I know I'm in control of, helped me out a lot. And I think that's why I kind of I don't want to say stepped away from making YouTube videos, but that's the reason why I didn't make as much YouTube videos. I just wanted to keep drawing and draw. That's all I wanted to do. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I really grew a lot as an artist, you know? I really fell in love with art all over. I mean, like, not to say I didn't fall out of falling in love with artwork, but I feel like something strong built inside me over this past year. And also I wanted to be more proactive with the voice acting. Now, granted, I wasn't as proactive as I thought I would have been, but during the fall, I was submitting auditions left and right, and and of course with the Coffee Talk mod that came out in August, and I was also in this audio movie, linked in the description down below for that. It was cool. It was cool experiences, and I was shortlisted for something pretty recently. I just got to do an interview, and hey, fingers crossed that I get it in that. That'd be cool. During the fall, I've been auditioning a lot, and you'll see me on my friend Blitzy's streams on Sundays where we do voiceovers of visual novels. Right now, the only visual novels that we have done is the Ace Attorney series and Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. And we are planning to do other visual novels in the future, so there's going to be a lot more stuff. It's fun being with Blitzy and her friends, and we're just having a bunch of fun doing all the stuff, and it's good practice for me too. My skills have sharpened at least a little bit during these live streams. Again, those are on Sundays on Blitzy's channel. Follow Blitzy. Link to her Twitch will be in the description down below. So 2025, though as not productive for myself, being able to do other things was, I think, great. Now, here comes the question of what is going to happen in 2026. Well, actually, I think I'm getting ahead of myself here, so let me backtrack a little bit. There are also some stuff that I've kind of abandoned and want to return to. And this is going to be a segue to what's going to happen to 2026, so just bear with me, okay? So, first and foremost, my Love Live mixtape Rap Idol project. This thing has been in the works since 2021, I believe, and I have nothing to show for it. Well, I do have some stuff locked and loaded and just ready to go, but just haven't gotten around to uploading. Let me give you guys just a little story here. So, the idea of Rap Idol project came to me when I was first starting getting into Love Live. This was me a few months get into my hyperfixation with the Love Live franchise. It was around February or March, I want to say, of 2021. I was driving to work one day, and I was listening to a Saint So song. It was Self Control, which is like the first song that you hear them sing in the Love Live anime. And I was like nodding my head to the beat. I was like mumbling. I don't speak Japanese, so I'm just kind of like mumbling along with whatever the heck Leah and Sarah are saying. And like I'm just like, as I'm bopping in my head and mumbling, I'm just like, wait. I'm gonna go, wait, hang on. And I'm just thinking, I could turn this into a rap song, can I? And it was initially just going to be that, and then I discovered the song Wake Up Challenger. I'm just thinking, I could probably do that with that too. And then over time, I just got to thinking, what if I make a mixtape? And so then I just like listening to a bunch of Love Live instrumentals. And I was just thinking, okay, what songs could I turn into a rap song? And I ultimately picked 10 songs, and I was just like writing music or rather writing lyrics like crazy. Like, you know how in the finale of Act 1 in Hamilton, where they're like, how do you write like you're running out of time? And then Hamilton wrote the 51 essays at the Federalist Papers when John Jay got sick after writing 5, and James Madison wrote 29. So Hamilton wrote the other 51. Oh, I'm so cringe, dude. That's kind of how I was feeling, though. Like, I was writing like a madman. And, like, I was asking a friend of mine for some feedback, for some polish and all that stuff. And it was coming together. I was commissioning artists. So, ultimately, what happened? Well, everything kind of just, like, went to a standstill for a while. But in that standstill, I was kind of, like, reshaping of some stuff. I was like, continuing to polish some stuff. But then I just kind of, I don't want to say I drifted away from the project, but I just kind of started working on other things because they ended up taking like priority, and it was just, and Rap on a Project just fell into the state of purgatory for a little bit. So now we're going to jump to, I believe it would have been 2023, I want to say. I don't remember when, but I was in a Discord call with a friend of mine named Curify. Now he knew about my Love Live mixtape, and though he's not a Love Live fan, he's familiar with the franchise. He plays Osu, and that's a lot of anime music in that game, so like he's familiar. He asked me how that project was going. I told him, hey, so it's kind of been in a standstill state for a while, but I do have 4 things ready to go, and I do have some stuff recorded. So I show him this, well, recorded, but not mixed and mastered. No videos have been made. No art has been commissioned for these songs yet. And I show him the 4 songs that are ready to go, and even then I was like, okay, man, these ones still hold up pretty well. Okay, cool. So then I show him the stuff that hasn't been mixed and mastered, and I feel physical pain. They were horrible, not because they weren't mixed and mastered. It's just that the flow wasn't good, the lyrics were not great. Granted, Love Live is full of like cheesy lyrics, so I feel like this. It's in that vein, but still, it's like this is even for Love Live, this is cheesy. Like, it was so bad. So then I figured I'm going to pivot, and I'm just going to do different songs. And I haven't really done much since. So I think the question now is, what do I do now? Because this is a project I still want to pursue, but I'm not sure if like I have the same time and energy that I had when I first started this project, because I had a different job when I was first making this project, and I had access to the internet, and I could still like pull up my Google Drive, and I could still edit stuff. I can still pull up. I could have pulled up YouTube, and I could be at the front desk working on music at my old job. But now at this new job that I have, I'm at a spot where like I don't feel comfortable putting my own personal Gmail and Google Drive and all that stuff on that computer. And granted, I don't think I'm allowed to either. So I can, and plus, like plus with my job that I have now, I need a lot of attention on the documents that I'm looking over. So I can't really dilly dally as much as I used to back at my old job. I think what I plan to do now is, well, the original plan was to have 10 songs out and ready to go and just drop them all in one day. And that would be the mixtape. And then eventually just do put all the videos into one long video. So that way you can just listen to it all in one go. But now I'm thinking about it. I think going forward, I think I have a new plan of attack. So Rap Idol Project is still going to happen. And with the 4 songs that I have ready to go, as the year goes on, I'm going to slowly roll those out. And I'm still going to try work on different songs for this project. But this will not be a mixtape per se. Rap Idol Project is still happening, but instead of a mixtape, it's going to be an ongoing playlist. What that means is that I'm going to keep adding music to this playlist. So instead of me just dropping a collection of songs in one go, as I like think of a new song idea, I'll write it, record it, get it mixed and mastered, get artwork commissioned, do a video for it, and that's it. Once it's done, it gets added to the playlist. And I think that's the best method of attacks, because like when working on a mixtape or albums, I learned and realized that like you are controlling 10 different things at once. If you focus on one song, I think at a time, I think you will get a better product. This way you ensure that this one particular song, it gets the polish that it deserves, the time and attention that it deserves, and like once you feel comfortable and ready, you can move on to the next one. And I think that's going to be the plan of attack going forward for Rap Idol Project. So I think this year you're going to see the first few crumbs of it, and then I'm going to start working on like other songs. So like the original stuff that I initially planned, aside from those 4 songs, probably aren't going to happen. But I'm still going to try to get some stuff out there. I think I'm still going to try to make this work. Trust me. You know what's funny is that, like, so one song that I scrapped, I had somebody that I know, I forget if it was Hitzel or Protison, I had one of them mix and master a song for a rap battle project, which unfortunately won't see the light of day. It was a rap cover of "This Unstable World" featuring the Fallen Angel, Yohane. And ultimately, like I didn't like how the song turned out. Not because they didn't mix and master it well; they did a fantastic job, I think, in my opinion. It's just like my flow wasn't great. My lyricism wasn't great either. I was just like, but they actually did a performance that, so like I forget what convention it was. It might have been like an anime convention or idol convention or whatever, but they played that during their set. And then, like, they told me that at Everfree Northwest, and I'm just like, no way, dude. Oh, that's like, even though like I look back on that song and I'm just thinking, good lord, that was dumb. It's good to hear that it's still got some use. So honestly, it's incredible. Thank you guys so much for that, though. I really appreciate that. With the rap battle project out of the way, I want to kind of talk about like my other stuff. So like any other kind of music projects, or reactions, or let's plays, or whatever. So with my current job right now, I don't really have a lot of time to, at least during the day, to like plan stuff out or like write stuff or do whatever. Like, I don't have as much free time as I used to. But I think I have a solution to help try and make this work. So just walk with me on this, okay? So before the new year, I wrote down a little plan. I'm just gonna pull this up because I wrote it down, because I'm like that, you know? So if I want to get back into making videos of any variety, whether it be a reaction or a let's play or whatever, I'm going to dedicate a day to something. So after I go to work, I usually hit the gym, and after the gym, I come home, eat dinner. Usually I'm kind of sort of ready to bed, but I still have a little bit of energy left in the tank. So I'm going to use that energy towards something else. So during the regular weekdays, Monday through Friday, so this is what I'm planning to do. So actually, let me do the whole week. So Sunday to Saturday. So Sunday, I'm going to try to audition for voiceover projects, and in the evenings, I have Blitzy streams. Monday, I'm going to edit videos. You'll see why I'm going to mention editing on later. Tuesdays, that's going to be me days, because Tuesdays are usually when I'm out and about with friends. Because I do want to try to maintain somewhat of a social life, you know. I have a life outside of content creating. But when I get home, I'm ready to relax, so I'm going to try to dedicate Tuesdays for not after hanging out with friends to reading. You know, I have not been reading as much as I think I should be. A few Christmases ago, like 2 different Christmases, some years ago. Well, some years ago, I mean like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I got some books. One is a biography about Frederick Douglass, and another is a book about the relationship between Robert F. Kennedy, not RFK Jr., the guy that's in charge of health. no, screw that guy. I mean his dad, the guy who ran for president back in the '60s, but then was shot and killed. His relationship with Martin Luther King Jr. Yeah, I thought it was a fascinating book. I maybe just shy of halfway through the book, and I have not picked it up in maybe 2 years. So yeah, Tuesdays are going to be dedicated for reading. I think literacy is important, and I have not been holding myself to a standard of reading. You know, I feel like that is important. It's good for the brain, healthy mind, healthy body. I think it's important. Wednesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to dedicate time for art, because with me, I love drawing, but I don't want to take too much time away from that, you know. So I'm going to dedicate some time on Wednesdays and Thursdays to work on some artwork. Friday nights, I'm going to try to write music, so that way I can try to get back on the saddle and just try to hammer stuff out, whether it be for a rap battle project, or if I want to submit something for Ponies at Dawn or State of Sugar, or for this new group I'm kind of sort of part of now called Pop Off, which is similar idea to Ponies at Dawn, but it's not just bronies, but there's also anime fans and furries in there too. So that's a hodgepodge of different communities. Saturdays, I'm going to use time to either record music, record reaction videos, or let's plays. You know, I think having a schedule like this is a good way for me to keep myself in check with my content creation. I have a more concrete schedule and routine. You know, and again, this way I don't like fall off with any projects that I have, and I can still continue stuff because I want to finish Gyakuten Live. It was a fun game, and like why I stopped playing it, like I just wanted to focus on artwork all the dang time. But now I think I'm ready to like try to get back on this stuff. I do want to have like a few games I do want to play and show and turn those into a let's play series. So obviously Gyakuten Live I want to finish, well, not finish it because that's going to be an ongoing game. There's 4 cases out right now. I still gotta finish case 2, start case 3. Actually, I think case 4 isn't even out yet, now that I think about it. So I think Krakalek is working on that. But yeah, once I am caught up with Gyakuten Live, I do want to do other games. Dispatch looks like it would be a great series to do. I will also want to do there's another game. You're gonna laugh at me for saying this, but that MLP Gen 5 game, the Maritime Bay game, since I'm a brony, I feel like I need to do that out of obligation. But also, of course, I also want to check out, I'm going to be such a freaking sellout for this, the Uma Musume game. I want to do a let's play of that. You know, like a lot of people that I know in the brony community have played that. Safi, Amber Evergreen. I know, I think Spin Scissors been playing a little bit of that as well. So, yeah, there's quite a few bronies in the brony community who are gotten into Uma Musume. Heck, even when I was at Everfree Northwest, I saw a couple Uma Musume cosplayers. So yeah, I definitely want to check that one out. These freaking horses, man. No matter what niche I'm into, they find a way to just crawl themselves in. It's weird. But in terms of reaction videos, like there's quite a few things I want to check out and have discussions on. My bread and butter has been for reaction has been Elements of Justice. Now they've been on a hiatus for over a year now because like there's a lot of stuff that kind of happened with computers not working and forcing them to start all over, and it's just like that just sounds like a nightmare. And best of luck to everybody on the Elements of Justice team. Godspeed. I hope you guys are able to get up and running sooner than later. Big shout out to that person who I saw at Everfree Northwest, who asked for my autograph when I was having lunch with Seventh Element. That was very nice of you to ask for my autograph. It's not often people ask for that, so like that was really heartwarming for me. Thank you so much. But yeah, like I've only really done reaction videos whenever an Elements of Justice video dropped. Sure, I used to do Nintendo Directs, but those were always late in the day, and those never really got a lot of traction. So I think I might move on to like try to do other things in the meantime. There was like this thing I saw. It's interesting. It looks like an analog horror My Little Pony series, and I want to check that out. I'm not a fan of horror, but something about analog horror I dig. I like, even though I'm terrified watching them, I like them. It's weird, man. I don't I can't explain it. There's that. There's also like this like Legend of Zelda thing that I kind of want to check out too. That's a series, and there's this another series that this guy Giovanni, he's a fan voice actor in the Sonic community, and he's done voice work as Shadow and like these like mini movies and they look really cool, and I want to check them out. Granted, he's like the English voice actor, because I think the original videos are in Spanish, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But still, I think I'm going to check them out. So there's a few things in terms of reaction videos I want to take a look at. In music, I do want to do covers, but also at some point I want to do original stuff. I know I spitballed something years ago for that one mixtape I wanted to do Rookie Season. I'm not sure if that's really going to happen. I worked on a song, or at least half of the song, and I just like kind of gave up. Do I want to get back to it at some? Maybe. We'll see. And heck, I might even like bring back also the some of those speed drawing videos when I was doing a lot of my early content, or I shouldn't say a lot, excuse me, some of my early content, I was doing drawings of like Pinkie Pie, like, well, rather Equestria Girls for Pinkie Pie or Frank Sinatra, Jay-Z. I think I did one. I think that video. I'm not sure if that video is still up anymore, but I might do a couple of those too. You know, I kind of like doing those when doing those speed drawings when I was talking about the Switch 2 or talking about AI earlier this year. So I might just bring those back, but I just might have music over them. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, 2026. I'm hoping this is a year where I can try to be a little bit more proactive with getting YouTube videos out, you know, because I do enjoy making videos. It's just that like the time and energy that I used to have is not there anymore, you know. I'm 29 years old. I'm turning 30 in June. Good Lord. Oh, I'm not looking forward to turning to 30, man. I feel like a 20-year-old at heart, but I'm turning 30. Lord in heaven, what's going on, man? But yeah, like time and energy is like a luxury that I don't really have anymore. So with the little time I got, I'm going to try to make the most of it. I say that like I'm dying. No, I'm not dying. The little time that I have in the day, I'm going to try to make the most of. That's the sentence I meant to say. But yeah, I'm doing my best to try to be proactive in all the fields that I enjoy, you know? It's not easy when you're like, when you just want to do so much, you know? And like, I'm not going to like sit here and say I'm the best, you know, in all of these things. Like there's definitely people better than me, but like leagues better than me. But still, I feel like I have a lot to show, and I want to prove something. I feel like I want to prove to myself something, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I guess I said everything I really wanted to say, you know? So I guess just to recap, so Rap Auto Project will be happening, and not in the way it was originally going to be coming out, but it's going to happen. I'm going to try to be more proactive with other things that I enjoy. Convention vlogs are still happening, that's for sure. I think that's really more or less it. Well, guys, I think I think that's really it. I'm not really 100% sure what the next video is going to be, but I hope you enjoy it. No, actually, now that I think about it, there is this one video I recorded back in June. It was another voice acting practice video, and I'm about halfway done with it. I just haven't really had the time or energy or motivation to finish it, so I'm going to try to get that hammered out for you. I did have a lot of fun recording it, though. Now, something to note, I am using a different microphone now. When I was recording that video, I was still using my Blue Yeti. I have a different microphone now. I've had this sitting in a box for a while now, and I just never got around to using it. And I think like sometime after I recorded the sequel to my voice acting practice video, the Yeti just started like when the earpiece, or not the earpiece, like where you plug in the earphones into the little jack that's in the microphone, it was just getting really staticky, and it was just like popping a lot. It was just like, I don't think I can record anything with this microphone anymore. I might be done. So I had this Scarlett microphone sitting in a box for a while with a Focusrite audio interface, first gen though, but still it's a lot more professional. It's a condenser microphone, so it's a lot more pro. So really cool. Still a little sensitive. Like, I'm not sure if the microphone will pick this up, but so the wire is just a little finicky, but like I probably won't be touching the wire all that much, so I doubt that's going to be a issue. And also, back in June, I got a new camera. The webcam, it looks a lot clearer. I look a lot cleaner now. Like, this is a lot better than the other camera that I had. I'm using the other camera for like if I feel like using the what's it called, the C button on the Switch 2. If I feel like playing Mario Kart with my cousin and like pull up the webcam so that way I could talk smack to him as we play. Yeah, honestly, like kind of update on the Switch 2. So yeah, I yapped about it a little bit when they first did the Direct. and I have one. I'm 6 months into this thing, and I love it. Like, uh, I was playing a lot of Mario Kart when it first came out. So the games that I've played on this thing so far: Mario Kart World, of course, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition. I got Pokemon Legends ZA for Christmas. It's awesome. Red Dead Redemption, dude. Red Dead top 5 game right there. Holy smokes. Play Red Dead. If Red Dead 2 comes to the Switch, I'm definitely getting it for the Switch too. But well, like if Red Dead 2 comes to the Switch too, not the Switch. If Red Dead 2 comes to the OG Switch, that thing's going to explode within 3 seconds. But yeah, Red Dead 2 comes to the Switch too. I'm getting it for sure. Trust. If not, then I got a PC that can definitely run it. Like I'll just play it on my computer, no problem. But yeah, Switch 2. That's a good get, man. It's fun. But yeah, I think I really said everything I want to say. So, Sequester Fest on some BS. Rap Battle Project will be happening, but not in its original form. Hoping to do more videos of any capacity in the upcoming year. Hoping to try to be more proactive with voice acting still. Switch 2 is very much fun. We have a new camera. I'm using a different microphone. I think that's really about it. Well, guys, thank you so much for hearing me talk and talk and talk and talk. So yeah, let's hope 2026 I'm a little bit more active here. I want to do a lot more, and let's hope I have the time and energy for it. With that being said, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. Take care of each other, love each other, and I'll see you next video.